From the Allen Worldwide Headquarters Studios, high atop Turtle Creek Village, this is Deconstructing Dallas. Greetings, everyone. It's your host, Ryan Trimble, coming to you live from a beautiful, beautiful fall day here in Dallas, joined once again, and for the first time, by a man who is live and in living color. He, of course, Shawn P. Williams. Shawn, good day, sir.
Good day to you, Ryan Trimble. What a long way we've come from taking our snowball microphone around town, sitting down with folks wherever they were, to these beautiful microphones and this beautiful setup, courtesy of our producer, Zach Thompson. Wow, congratulations to you. It only took you 8 years.
This is what you really look like. Amazing.
Who could even know? And not on Zoom.
And not on Zoom. I mean, man, we have come a long way. We made it through a pandemic. We were, we started this when we had those booths in our office in the kitchen.
Yes.
Looked like a diner in there.
It seemed like we started from the bottom, but now we're here.
We are here.
And it's taken some time.
It has taken some time.
Congratulations to you. 8 years in, and now our first video. So now we have
podcast
listeners and viewers.
Yeah. Well, and I teased this in our last audio-only podcast that I was going to get a haircut. Told my mom I was going to get a haircut for this. Didn't get a haircut, Shawn.
This won't be the first. This will not be the first. Will not be the last. It is the first. It will not be the last.
But that's right. That's right. Sure. But we are here, and I did. I got here earlier. I was wearing a gray jacket. Saw you were wearing your snazzy blue. Well, your electric blue.
I was in my closet, and I was thinking, well, what would Ryan do? He would not wear a polo today. So number one, I knew I needed to wear a jacket, and there was a probably 25 to 30% chance that we have on the exact same jacket. So always I saw you this morning. You had on the gray jacket, I believe,
I did.
Early, which kind of, we would have been like in a kind of way, like an offset kind of way, because I kind of got the gray shirt blue. You had the blue and the gray, but
here we are.
You made a change.
Yes, I went red. Exciting. I want a vibrant color for the first show here, Shawn.
For the first show. So, welcome to the live version of Deconstruct. Well, at least the video. I don't know if it's going to be live because there still may be a faux pas or two that needs to be edited. So I don't know that we're ready for live yet.
Yeah.
Maybe one day.
But
today's not today.
I do hope Zach can start catching our bloopers. I would like another blooper reel, especially now that we're going video.
The blooper reel was fun. Reel was fun. I'm sure that there will be bloopers. We know that. That is one thing
I have
that will
plenty
happen.
in my everyday life, too. So if you just want to follow me around with the camera.
Well, this beautiful day reminds me also of the beautiful day yesterday. I got a text from you at one of our favorite places at the State Fair of Texas. I looked down and saw the text, made me chuckle, I have to say. But how was the fair?
Man, it was a little toasty out there.
Yeah, it's been warm.
As you know, Mrs. Trimble is the big fair fan in our house. And I know you're a huge State Fair fan. I'm the fair
fan at my house and trying to bring everybody up in that way.
Yes, I know you are. And it was exciting. Two moments really stood out for me. The cultural stuff, it's always great to see that stuff. We did have a moment where we got to, have a life lesson at the midway where, it was some of the games where every kid wins a prize Sunday, Kids Day Sunday. So you pop a balloon, you get a toy.
Who doesn't love that?
Who doesn't love that? Participation trophies for everyone. Until your kid really wants the Ninja Turtle stuffed animal or the Sonic the Hedgehog stuffed animal. But what you get when you pop the balloon is a really, really not super high quality rainbow rally monkey. And the gentleman working the booth was like, no, it'll be $20 if you want the turtle.
To move up to turtle territory.
Yeah. And so Lauren said, well, we've already given you 10. Can I just give you 10 more? And he said, no, I'm sorry. It will be 20 more. It does not work like that. So we had some tears, but I guess all's well that ends well.
I feel like I saw a rally monkey here.
You did see the rainbow rally monkey.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
It's in the backpack, as it is another edition of Take Your Kids to Work Day for all those who celebrate. this is, of course, at time of recording, Indigenous people / Columbus / I'm whatever you want to call it. It is a teacher in session work day. I don't know. But
I saw a really cool video as I am trying to continue my, we talked about deep work at our retreat, which we'll talk about in another episode. But I did on a social media break see a really cool video of Indigenous people who were veterans and had on their uniforms as they were celebrating the day. So that was really cool.
Fun.
That's really cool.
That's really fun. Well, finishing up our state fair, I did that. My son learned a lesson, but I did get to see the great Isaiah Williams, your son.
Isaiah was out at the fair. Yeah, when you texted me, you were like, "Is Isaiah at the fair?" I was like, "I'm pretty sure today is his fair day." So, you did see him, and I guess you guys got to have a little laugh at my expense.
I tracked him down, and we were talking, and we had a really hearty belly laugh at your love for the great American bison, Shawn.
I can't wait until we talk about our experience with the bison last week. I'm glad that you and Isaiah did have a chance. I mean, I was sending pictures back, so of course, I'm sure he immediately knew what you were talking about.
I don't think Isaiah knew if you were back or not, or if you were still up there on safari, man. But I did inform him that you were, in fact, back in our fair city. So.
Shout out to Isaiah. Shout out to our friends at the State Fair of Texas. And shout out to our new listeners and viewers, both, who are experiencing us on a new platform. It's really interesting because as we go and get ready to talk about our guests, it's the first time where we've had to think about, well, what are we wearing? We're going to have on something different now than what we were wearing because we recorded this over the week before the weekend, and here we are now. But it's all part of the growing pains. But I am super excited about our guests.
Yeah, we are so grateful that we got the opportunity to sit down with the Chancellor of Dallas College system. He, of course, Dr. Justin Lonon, a longtime friend of both of us. We've seen Dr. Lonon, down in the legislature and working up here and on the rubber chicken circuit at all the different lunches here in town. So grateful we finally got to catch up with him last week on should we call it a remote?
It was definitely a remote because we were definitely outside. We were at the Global Mission Summit and had an opportunity, thanks to the communications team at Dallas College that we get to work with, Liz Scruggs and CC Gonzalez-Kurtz, for helping us set that up. But Dr. Lonon was awesome. He had so much insight on all the things that are going on with Dallas College, a client of ours. So let's take a quick break and come back and talk to the Chancellor of Dallas College, Dr. Justin Lonon. This is Deconstructing Dallas. Shawn Williams, Ryan Trimble. We'll be right back.
Deconstructing Dallas, Ryan Trimble, Shawn Williams. Shawn, I am fired up today. A guy that's been on our list for some time, and a guy I've known for, 15 years, maybe longer. Just a great guy and one of the hardest working guys in town. He, of course, the Chancellor of Dallas College, Dr. Justin Lonon.
Gentlemen, great.
Chancellor, welcome to the show, man.
Thank you. Long-time listener, first-time caller. Great to be here with you guys and connect and love what you do, and it's always great to be amongst friends.
Thank you.
Yeah, well, we're super excited to have you today, and like I was saying, when I was just a budding young legislative staffer, I remember running into you in the halls of our Capitol down in Austin. But for those of our audience who may not be as familiar with you, can you tell us a little bit about yourself and your background?
Certainly. Well, I have the cool title of Chancellor of Dallas College.
It is a cool title.
But that wasn't always the plan. My background didn't come through higher ed necessarily. I started my career as an intern at Dallas City Hall in the mayor's office. So I moved to a new state, originally from a small town in Arkansas. Came here just for this internship that was going to be a short time, and then go back home. So when I got to Dallas, it was overwhelming. The big city, it was very much golly, look at the big buildings. But that internship, and this is what I tell our students so often, that internship turned into opportunity. The mayor asked me to be his press secretary, and so I did that for a number of years at City Hall.
Which mayor?
Ron Kirk.
Okay.
I don't know if you met him. He's a real quiet guy. And so, we had lots of fun. And but that, that took me down the path of really, after that, doing legislative affairs, where Ryan and I first got to know each other. And when I came to Dallas College nearly 20 years ago, it was to lead our public affairs work. But even then, I still thought I'd polish up my skills and get some education creds in the public affairs world, and then go back to the private sector and make $1 gajillion. But I fell in love with the mission and impact of Dallas College, and that's what's kept me here nearly 20 years.
So it hadn't been that long ago that y'all went from DCCD, Dallas County Community College District, to Dallas College. So even for people who knew you then or maybe just now getting to know, can you just give our audience an overview of Dallas College and what you guys are doing?
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we had a 55-year amazing legacy and history as the Dallas County Community College District. But we took a good hard look in the mirror, and sometimes our structure was a challenge for students. We had over 21,000 of our students that went to more than one of our then 7 colleges. And so it was an uneven experience oftentimes. We're competing programs. And so we merged those 7 colleges into Dallas College to be more student-centric, to remove some of those issues and challenges and barriers that existed from our old structure. And so we're 130,000 students. Dallas College, 7,000 employees. 30,000 of those students are early college, high school P-Tech students, so they're still in high school, getting college credit from us, getting credentials and associate's degrees. And the magic of Dallas College certainly is our people and our students. And you walk into one of our classrooms, what are you going to see? You're going to see that 17-year-old dual credit student who's earning that credit, college credit, while still in high school. You're going to see the traditional student who just graduated high school, came to us. Whether we were their first choice, last choice, only choice, we represent the path of opportunity for them. You're going to see a student who was the top of their class in high school. Amazing, academically gifted, and got accepted to all the fancy universities all over the country. But they need to stay close to home for financial reasons, family reasons, whatever it is, so they're with us. You're going to see little Johnny, who graduated from Highland Park High School and went off to UT and had one great semester, but is back home to get his head on straight. You're going to see the mid-career student who's trying to retool, retrain to be competitive in the job market, on and on and on, to the gray-haired grandmother that's in our lifelong learning emeritus classes, trying to keep her mind fresh and learn something new. That's who we serve with short-term training certificates, with associate's degrees that you can take directly into the workforce or transfer to one of our university partners. And we offer 4-year degrees as well. So we offer a multitude of paths for students. We're proudly an open-door institution, so we serve all wherever they come from and whatever they need.
I remember we used to say that the community colleges in Texas were the muscle of higher education in Texas. Mm-hmm. And man, 130,000 students, I would say you are one of the biggest, most important muscles in the state. So congratulations on that. But of course, we're here today at the Global Mission Summit, and congrats on being invited to kick things off this morning. Can you give us a sense of what the summit's all about?
It's really about bringing people together from around the globe, business leaders, civic leaders, to really focus on purpose and not just profit. Dallas College community is who we serve, what we do. And so, I'm very quick to say there is no other institution in this community that can and does have the impact of Dallas College. Period. Full stop. And so that's why we're pleased to be a part of this. So it's just great to have people to come together to, not your traditional kind of conference coming together, certainly not, a higher ed kind of thing, but coming together just to say, how do we change the world? How do we come together to be more impactful?
Yeah, and so why does this matter to be here for Dallas College?
Yeah, again, it's at the heart and core of what we do. And We are an incredibly mission-driven institution. Our mission at Dallas College is to transform lives and communities through higher education. So it's what we do every day. We have amazing faculty and staff that support our students, that care about our students, and want to make a difference, and again, give them that path to opportunity. So it fits in really well with our overall mission of what we do.
So I've heard you talk about Dallas College being in the barrier busting business.
Certainly.
And I wondered, first off, where does that phrase come from, and what does it really mean to you?
Sure. That phrase, I wish I could tell you it was, a really thought out focus group sort of thing. It was something that I said actually in an interview very early on, because so it just struck at the core of what I believe we do. Because the reality for so many of our students, it's not about what happens in the classroom that gets in the way, it's life. And guess what, gentlemen? Life can do a lot of life. And,
Absolutely.
And so we're intently focused on those barriers that get in the way to, through, and beyond our doors, because there's always a reason to not. I'm a student parent, and I don't have childcare. I don't have reliable transportation. I've got financial concerns. I need support and assistance, healthcare, mental health. It's hard to take this test when my stomach's growling. So that's why you enroll at Dallas College. For $99 a credit hour, you get a free DART pass. All of your textbooks and learning materials are included, which saves students money because of our size and scale. We saved students over $12 million last year in textbook cost. Oftentimes, students would pay more for textbooks than they did our affordable tuition. But more importantly, students are better prepared on day one, having all of their learning materials. So there's no more of this waiting 3 weeks into class and, okay, now I got my paycheck. So do I buy that chemistry book or do I pay the light bill? So we remove that barrier. Work with the North Texas Food Bank to have our all of our locations have food pantries. We have clothing closets. We have the Dallas County Promise to remove the financial barrier. On and on and on. Those things, any one of those things, can cause a student to go, well, I can't. So something's got to give. Usually, what gives is I'm going to have to drop out of that class, and I'm going to come back. That doesn't always happen. So we want to make sure they're successful by supporting the whole student.
We are talking with our good friend, Dr. Justin Lonon, Chancellor of Dallas College. When we come back, we're going to look into the future as far as the 22nd century. So this is Deconstructing Dallas. Shawn Williams, Ryan Trimble will be right back right after this.
Welcome back. Deconstructing Dallas. Ryan Trimble, Shawn Williams. Shawn, joined by our friend Dr. Justin Lonon. He, of course, the Chancellor of Dallas College. Now, Dr. Lonon, before the break, Shawn teased a phrase that I really like that you've been championing, that Dallas College is building a 22nd century college. What do you mean by that?
Well, 22nd century is so far ahead. I can't tell you exactly what a 22nd century college looks like. But I can tell you what it doesn't look like. It doesn't look like today. It doesn't look like yesterday. It doesn't look like the rearview mirror. And so we are intently focused on how to reimagine higher education. I get in trouble sometimes when I say this, but the historic model of higher education is an old, broken, dated, antiquated system that for hundreds of years has looked fairly close to the same as always, and that higher ed, college and universities have been the great arbiter of value. When we hand you a piece of paper to society that says you have value, and society and business and industry are pushing back against that a little bit, going, I'm not sure if you all know what value looks like. And so we're intently focused on how do we change that paradigm, how do we change that dynamic. Again, as an open door institution, we take people from wherever they come and are doing so at scale, but we've got to move faster to be more responsive. We've got to be more personalized in what the student experience and student needs are. not be stuck in old models of what semester-long learning looks like. And so we are challenging that norm about what we offer, when we offer it, how we offer it. You want to take a 10 p.m. class to 2 a.m. Because that's what works better for whatever shift you may work, then you need to be able to do that. You need to be able to learn at your own pace, bring some of your life skills that can apply for college credit, so you're not sitting through something that you already know. And so we're really focused on how to think differently, how to teach differently, and especially as technology is changing things, as AI is going to change things, I think it changes the questions around what is learning, what is education, and certainly what is college. And last year there were 84 colleges that closed. The year before that, there were 99 colleges that closed because it's about relevance. And so at Dallas College, we're going to be celebrating anniversaries for a long time because we can pivot and change and be more responsive to what people need and what business and employers need.
So I've heard you mention that only 37% of Dallas County adults have a post-secondary credential. So that's an amazing number. But what can Dallas College do to impact that, and why is it so important?
Yeah, so that it really represents the number of adult learners here in Dallas County, and the number is even larger when you look at the North Texas regions, closer to 45%. So what that means is about 40. What that means is about 1 million of our neighbors don't have a post-secondary credential, and so that means that here we sit in Dallas with all of this growing economy, with all of these cranes, new construction, 500 people a day moving to North Texas. So that means we're importing jobs and talent. And so if we, Dallas College and other colleges and universities, don't do a better job in serving those adult learners and getting them into the door of opportunity, then the divide between have and have-nots is going to grow. So it's not just the individuals that are at risk and their families. That means our communities and our economy is at risk if they can't actively participate in that growing economy. And so we're intently focused on that. And that goes back to how to think differently and build a 22nd century college that meets people where they are. Because, we all understand, especially for adult learners, it's hard to get off that hamster wheel of life to recognize, okay, I need to go get this additional credential that can add value and wealth for my family, but I need to keep working. I need to keep doing all the things I do to support my family, so I can't do it. Yeah, you can. Dallas College can remove those barriers to help support you and get you where you need to get.
Now, Chancellor, you're about to take the stage here in a little bit here at the Global Mission Summit. What's the message that you want people to walk away with after hearing you speak today?
Yeah, I'm really focusing on purpose. Finding your purpose, understanding how you can contribute to just do little things like change the world. Dallas College, we are intently focused on impacting generational poverty. And so we have amazing programs, amazing people, faculty and staff, and amazing students all coming together to do that. But I always say that, we can't do that on our own. When I talk about the barrier busting business, we can't pick everyone up for class. We can't watch everyone's kid. We can't pay for everything. We can't feed and clothe everyone. But what we can do is partner with experts that do these services anyway. And so coming together to leverage our resources and support that then provide students a path of opportunity. Dallas College is the bridge to economic mobility and prosperity for those seeking to get into the educational pipeline and for business and employers seeking to build their workforce pipeline. We are right at that intersection. And so that's what I'm talking about today is how do we get people across that bridge? How do we partner together within our communities to ensure that people get into that path of opportunity? So, whether you're someone that cares about individuals and you want to support individuals, or whether you just care about the economy, the two are interconnected. And so that's really what I'm focused on with this amazing group of individuals from around the globe.
Well, this is a special year, a special anniversary for Dallas College. It's 60th anniversary, huge milestone. Can you talk about the legacy of Dallas College and how it is part of this future that you're talking about?
Well, it is 6 decades of trying to change our community for the better, and most represented by the 3.5 million students that have come through our doors that have gone off to do amazing things in this community in Texas and really around the world. And so those 3.5 million people took advantage of the opportunity that Dallas College can provide, letting us be part of their life journey. And so ultimately, they are the legacy. But as I said earlier, we're not just stopping to celebrate 60 years of service. We are intently focused on, what the next several decades look like as we move into the 22nd century to continue to help people across that bridge of economic mobility and prosperity.
Well, it's super powerful, and your legacy, you've been a big part of those 60 years, and so congratulations on that. But
Not that old.
A part of those 60 years.
A sliver of those 60 years.
When I did that grade.
That's true. Now, Chancellor, before we let you go, I wanted to ask give us one line that sums up what it means to be the chief barrier buster.
Impact. Impact. I have the privilege of being part of an institution that gets to change the community every day. And I can't tell you every day in this role is, puppy dogs and rainbows and sunshine. But at the end of the day, I know that our college, our team, our people have made a difference in individual lives and countless thousands of lives. So it's impact of why we all do this.
Well, we are super excited to have this chance to talk to you. Super excited to work with Dallas College. The team that we work with on the communication side, Liz, CC, Charles, are great. And so for any of our listeners who want to find out more about Dallas College, maybe they might want to find you, where should they go to find the information?
Yeah, certainly, go to dallascollege.edu, can learn about the multitude of our programs, services, and offerings. So again, wherever students are wanting to start in life, they can find it there. I'm certainly on LinkedIn and Chancellor Lonon on Instagram and Facebook. And so, hit us up.
Chancellor, it's great stuff. We really appreciate you coming on the show today. Thanks so much.
Thanks, gentlemen. Great to be with you.
All right. This is Deconstructing Dallas. Ryan Trimble, Shawn Williams. We'll be right back after this. Welcome back, Deconstructing Dallas. Ryan Trimble, Shawn Williams. Man, so great to have our friend Dr. Justin Lonon on. The Chancellor.
The Chancellor was there. Our friends Liz and Cece were there. We got to make more friends down at the Global Mission Summit. So it was an awesome gathering of folks and exchange of ideas. And I'm glad that Dr. Lonon took a few moments to sit down and chat with us. And we got some nice hugs at the end. It was really nice.
Man, yeah, well, big thanks to the Chancellor for coming on, and look forward to getting the word out there about all the great things you're doing at Dallas College.
Now, if there's some new folks who just find us on video, this is one of the most controversial topics that we ever speak about, because there are some folks that just aren't in love with this part, but there are some folks who are. And every now and then we get a little bit sportsy on Deconstructing Dallas. And this was a huge,
as one does,
sports weekend. I mean, there was Texas OU, which did not end in a tie, as I was hoping.
Or a meteor hitting the stadium.
Neither of those happened. There was Oregon and Indiana. The Ponies had a good weekend. The Aggies had a good weekend.
Had a nice little dub.
I mean, it's hard not to mention a big sports weekend like that.
That's right. Well, with all due apologies to Judge Williams and Mrs. Trimble,
Oh, yeah, we got to get them on.
We got to get the wives on, by the way. Put that on the list.
Make that on our list. Wives
Make
on
a
podcast.
note to producer to get the wives on the podcast and get us out of the doghouse. But yeah, big sports weekend. SMU goes 2-0 in conference to start the season. They have not
lost in conference in the regular season.
In the ACC.
Yes.
That's right. And haven't lost a regular season conference game in 3 years now. So
what a run.
Say what you want. I mean,
that should be in the lower third of their next game. You know, it's always like second longest conference winning streak.
Yeah.
Third longest home win streak. Like that, there's a room for that.
19 conference wins in a row.
That's very nice.
Longest streak in the nation. They go to Clemson this week. So a winnable game, I think. Didn't seem that way at the start of the season. Seems a little more likely now, but we'll see who the Aggies have coming up this weekend.
The Aggies are on the road. I'll have to look and see who they play. They just finished up a stretch of 3 straight home SEC games. They've got 3 straight road SEC games. It'll be 5 weeks until they come back to Kyle Field. Man. So I know at some point we've got Missouri on the road. It's the SEC. You know, you just got to, as I always tell you every week, you just got to win. If you win, it's all going to work out.
I hope you don't end up on the same side of the refereeing like Auburn did over the weekend, Shawn, but we'll save that for another
day
episode.
But again, congratulations. We're still winning. So I think that's why we both got smiles on our faces on a Monday, because it's not always like that.
Nope, but we are here, we are working, and we are coming to you on video.
Well, thank you to our guest, Dr. Justin Lonon, Chancellor at Dallas College. Thanks to our friends Liz and Cece for helping us set that up, and the entire communications team. Thank you to our owners here at Allen, Mary Woodleaf. Thank you to Jennifer Pascal. Thank you to our producer, Zach Thompson, who has put this elaborate situation all together. Thank you to Deborah Meek, who helps keep us in check. Thank you to Jessica Moore, who helps us on the social media side, and to all of our colleagues. We're so appreciative that we have an opportunity to do this, and we are 8 years in, first time on video. If you are finding us for the first time, please like and subscribe. Check us out. Leave us a review on your favorite podcasting platforms, whether you're listening in your car or you're watching on your television, watching on your mobile screen. Wherever, just let us know how much you love this podcast. You can find out more about us at allenmedia.com, ALLYN media.com. You can sign up for our newsletter. You can let us know what you think there as well. We will be back with another episode, both for you to listen in your ears, for you to watch with your eyes. I mean, we've got you covered. So check out the next episode of Deconstructing Dallas. Shawn Williams, Ryan Trimble. Adios.